Hi anyone out there who decides to watch this. My name is Erica and this video is going to be a few firsts for me, so go easy on me. This is my first time recording gameplay, posting gameplay, and this is also the first challenge I created for The Sims 4 for myself. I'm calling it the Homestead Challenge, and I'm going to play the speed build for you as I describe this challenge. The goal is to live off the grid and survive by the fruits of your own labors. Any of us who have played The Sims 4 for a while would scoff and say, piece of cake, grow all the expensive plants and then auto-sell. That wouldn't be much of a challenge though, now would it? Let's talk about income first. No careers, part-time jobs, or odd jobs. Your Sims can only earn money by selling goods at the flea market tables. Doesn't matter which one you choose, Juggle Adventure, Eco Living, or the basic one that comes with City Living. If you can put it in the table's inventory, it can be sold for income. Same thing with the art wall, so that you can post and sell your paintings if you want to go that route too. Otherwise, no selling through buy mode, through your inventory, or on Plopsy if you've got nifty knitting. And no selling, or no auto-selling flowers, fruits, etc. No asking other Sims for loans or begging for simoleons. If you really want to play an instrument or sing for tips, go ahead. It's still income from your own labor. You can also take your table to different lots and venues to sell away from home. Which makes this an excellent time to talk about your homestead. The two non-negotiable traits are off the grid and reduce and recycle. Sorry if you don't have eco living. That means which makes this an excellent time to talk about your homestead. The two non-negotiable lot traits are off the grid and reduce and recycle. If you don't have eco living, you get the gremlins trait. Have fun with those little bastards. Now for my freebie trait, I elected the natural well. This allows my Sims to have running water without being on the grid. There's also another trait from eco living called geothermal. This will actually allow your Sims to have power and still be off the grid, and not use one of those nasty generators that will contribute towards the industrial footprint. Now, your homestead can have one or the other of these two awesome traits, but not both, since you only get one freebie. You can do whatever you want with your lots as long as all of the appliances you choose work off the grid, with 3 exceptions. Dew collectors, wind turbines, and solar panels can only be installed by the second generation once they have grown into adults. Not young adults, mind you. Adults. After your initial build, all household funds have to be set to 0 if you have anything left over. There's no bonuses for not using all of your startup money, so make every simoleon count. Let's talk about food. I love food. You probably love food. Sims love food. And they can get really cranky if you don't feed them. Or die. This happens too. Well, you can only eat what you grow, harvest, or catch yourself. I'm not totally hardcore though. Your Sims can still cook as long as it is a meal that requires ingredients and you have those ingredients in your Sims inventory. Fruit salad or fish on a stick, for example. There are a couple of recipes that still require a few simoleons even if you do have the ingredients. So, we'll call that neutral ground. Go ahead and use those recipes as long as you have those ingredients. Let's see. Sims also get bonuses from eating raw fruits and veggies, by the way. Just be wary of raw mushrooms. If you've encountered this before, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you happen to live next to a park area, feel free to use the grills yourself, but no snagging a plate from food someone outside your house has cooked. I'm looking at you, Bob Pancakes. Cooking off the grid can be challenging, but with an open mind and a little experimentation, your Sims can actually eat quite well. Gardening is critical for off-the-grid living. However, you will only be allowed to obtain plants via harvesting from the wild, splicing once you get your gardening skill up high enough, or the seeds that the harvest gnomes give you after appeasing them. Now, if you really want to go the easy route and start in the fall, go ahead. But I will judge you. Just saying. No purchasing seeds from the planter or through buy mode. If you want to build a greenhouse so your Sims can grow their favorite foods year-round, go for it. If you don't know how to build a greenhouse, I'm pretty sure Deligracy, Carl, and James all have tutorials on how to do this. It's really easy, and it can actually turn out really cool. Or you can also be a total badass and only eat what's in season. I'm not going that route because I'm not a total badass. Adding Sims to your household can only be done through marriage. If you start with a single Sim, he or she can get married and move their spouse in. Same deal for grown children. No cheating by making friends, moving them in, taking their money, and telling them to GTFO. This is a Homestead challenge, not a Black Widow challenge, so gold diggers can take a hike. And y'all know exactly what I am talking about. Computers are also a no-go, even if your Sim travels to the library. Speaking of traveling, since you're off the grid, your phone won't work. Time to hop on your bike and get pedaling if you want to check out the Humor and Hijinks Festival. Or, I suppose, if you don't have university, then just click on another lot next to yours and travel that way so that your phone will work and you can travel that way. Lastly, let's discuss families. You can try for baby as often as you want, but each generation must have at least one child. This can either be a child your Sim gives birth to, or a child your Sim adopts. Sims can only age up on their actual birthdays. You don't have to throw a party if you don't want to, but no aging up toddlers early, no matter how many nightmares they have. Just thinking about that is giving me nightmares. And if you choose Sims with long lifespans, well, I hope you're ready to deal with a lot of monsters under the bed. Well, I think that's enough rules for one challenge. I really hope you try this out and have a great time. Take some screen caps and share them to social media using the hashtag Sims4Homestead. Feel free to tag me on Instagram at artsandcatsfan. In my next video, I'll introduce you to my homesteaders, Robbie and Belle Heron. See ya!